Michelle Ballantyne, followed by Mary Fee.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. And I also want to add my thanks to Claire for bringing this debate forward. It is a really important subject. So why is perinatal health everyone's business? Latest statistics suggest that everyone will know someone with an experience of perinatal mental health problems, be it a mother, sister, aunt, cousin or friend. Our future is vested in the well-being of children and therefore in their mothers. There is a saying that it takes a village to raise a child, and that sentiment is particularly important with perinatal health. Is it therefore really acceptable that 7 out of 14 health boards in Scotland offer no specialist care? At present, without specialist perinatal services, it falls to GPs to detect signs of maternal mental health problems. But how can we expect a doctor to identify and treat the often well-hidden symptoms of mental health issues, often of an individual they have never met before? I know from personal experience how important a well-established relationship with your GP can be in identifying when something's not right. It was at a routine visit to my own GP following the birth of my 5th child that she asked me just as I was preparing to leave how I was feeling. My initial quick response of fine was soon followed by a flood of tears when her concern cut through my collected exterior. My GP's knowledge of me caught my postnatal depression early and allowed a quick and effective intervention that saved me and my family from what might have been a very difficult time. Of course, we know that the go-to solution for mental ill health these days is often antidepressants. New mothers, whether it is their 1st child or 5th, are dealing with both physical and emotional change, and some will require a pharmacological intervention, but this should not be the first step. There needs to be prioritised investment in appropriate specialist services. If perinatal mental health problems are identified and treated quickly and effectively, then serious human and economic costs for the whole country could be avoided. Not getting this right not only impacts on maternal mental health, but also children's future outcomes, pressure on our health services, and on mothers' abilities to return to work. While I welcome the fact that the Scottish Government has made commitments to improve services, there still exists an unacceptable postcode lottery for mothers across the country. Of course, the issue often underpinning all of this is funding. Why is it then, I ask, that increased funding received through the Barnett formula has not been ring-fenced in Scotland as it has in England and Wales? Our perinatal mental health services are now failing to keep up with those south of the border, and this means that mothers and their children in Scotland are being failed. Perinatal mental health straddles both adult and child mental health services. We know that poor mental health can significantly impact on child development outcomes and significantly limit children's life chances. And if the Scottish Government is serious about closing the attainment gap, then perinatal mental health must be addressed. There is a real requirement for significantly more joined-up thinking when it comes to the provision of our health services here in Scotland. Investment in perinatal mental health is exactly that, an investment. It is estimated that failing to do so costs public services 5 times more downstream, but that is nothing compared to the human cost and suffering. Long-term investment and long-term planning will be vital in combating the far-reaching human and economic consequences of perinatal mental health. I hope the managed clinical networks will now start delivering the resources for appropriate services. However, we also need champions, individuals like Claire Hockey, but also individuals like Claire Grieve, a midwife at the Borders General Hospital. Claire recently received the Chairman's Award at the NHS Borders Celebrating Excellence Awards for her outstanding work in improving perinatal health services in the Borders. The birth of a child should be the most wonderful experience, yet so many new mothers struggle. We have come a long way, but the journey isn't finished. If it takes a village to raise a child, then perinatal health really is everyone's business.
Thank you.